Greetings, Shelpers! Welcome to another YouTube exclusive video. I know I played some of this during my puzzle game stream, but I wanted to go back to it. I am really enjoying it, and a lot of people are playing it, so I thought, why not give it a bit of a go as a solo experience. I do know the physics are pretty, let's say, interesting at points in this game, so we're just going to kind of exist here. I should have did that on the other end. I'm kind of a dodo. But yeah, so I thought I'd like catch up on things and see how everybody's doing. I went to my writers group meeting today. There were only 3 of us. We're doing pages now, which means, you know, critiquing. And I kind of have fears about critiquing because, you know, people can get interesting when you're talking about their stuff, or like I'm like, am I misunderstanding something? Like the one woman in our writers group, she writes a lot of like Christian fiction, and you know, that's not really my jam. And at one point in her story, like, come on, roll over, yes. Like, her and this guy are kind of like semi-breaking up because they experienced a loss, and I took it as like a loss of their child, and the other person there was like, no, it was like the loss of like their spouses. And I'm like, I didn't get that. And then they're like, well, how would you take replace? And I'm like, that they would have like another kid, because you know, it's like the 3rd book in a series, and I haven't been there for the first couple books. So yeah, it was an interesting experience. We have somebody writing like YA, which is always, you know, interesting and in demand, and hers is a little more up my alley because it's like vampires and stuff like that. So not Twilight, don't worry. It's like a world where like different things exist in different places and all that. So yeah, I thought it was really promising, and the Christian lady has a good writing style that she can, you know, comfortably say, you know, this is definitively my thing. It's a little bit too internal monologue-y for my taste, but since at points in Christian fiction you talk with the Lord, that kind of makes sense. Oh, come on, touch. Nope, not yet. So yeah, otherwise, I was pretty tired. I had to take a nap afterwards. You know me, I'm existing in a, damn it, wrong way. Now you blocked me off. Existing in a world where, yes, I have to nap after pretty much every adventure. I'm old that way, you know. But yeah, it was pretty, oh damn, I didn't know I put it the wrong way. That'll work though. But yeah, it was pretty nice, and we don't have to go back for a month, and the person running it is like, well, I want to make sure we're all doing pages every month. And I'm like, crap. Because 1, I don't really have pages right now. And I know I should, but I told them, unless you want to critique my dear reviewer, please look at my book to review it. Messages, I'm not really writing much else right now. And I do know that it is confirmed I got at least one newspaper type dealie locally to cover my book just a little bit. Oh yeah, that was good. And so I'm pleased about that. That should be next week. I'm still debating putting my book in the bookstore here, because they wrote some things that seemed, I don't know, like snobbish, I want to say. Like, I don't know if they realized how it came out, but it read up kind of snobby to me, and I wasn't comfortable with that. So part of me says I shouldn't deal with that, but part of me says, like, if they want to like aim their stuff at the upper crust of our town, like, what is the big deal? Because doesn't everybody want like rich customers? But it was the way they worded it that made me uncomfortable. I don't know. I know, like, Shy Guy, he knows what I'm talking about. I showed it to him and explained my misgivings. So we will see. But then again, like, okay, so I might have been misinterpreting this because I only met the guy who runs it like one other time before this, but like I had told him I was a writer because, you know, why not? And I'm like, I'm gonna get my book published someday, which, you know, that was a wild dream right there. But like the second time he ever saw me, he like came out and was like, cause like I have to pass by his store sometimes, so he's like, hey Toluca, like, how's the book coming along? And the look that should have touched. And the look he gave me was kind of like smarmy almost. And I was like, oh, you know, it's coming out, you know, like whenever, because when I was talking to him the first time, I didn't get my book accepted. I was just shopping it around, as they call it, you know, submitting it to presses. Well, the second time he saw me, like, it looked like, yeah, how's that going? Like, kind of like a smarmy prick type thing. Could have been misconstruing it, but anyway, it's really what it looked like to me. And when I told him it was coming out and kind of when, he looked shocked, like, you know, he didn't expect that to be my answer. And I told my husband and my baby brother and my sister about this and how I kind of felt like, well, fuck you, jackass. But, you know, I'm like thinking about it and like, because the smile like slipped off his face and it was weird. But I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, like maybe he's used to hearing, God bless it, he's used to hearing people say, you know, oh, I'm gonna publish a book. And you know, if you hear people say that all the time, so many people don't. They like, I don't want to say they lie, but people often think they're going to publish and then they don't. And the reason that is because people think it's a lot easier than it is. The writing, the submitting, everything, you know, getting people interested. They think it's easier than it actually turns out to be. So maybe he's just been around enough writers where he's heard writers like lie all the time, or at least like get some kind of grandiose vision of the future that doesn't really pan out. And same, I've had that happen. Oh, I put it on the wrong thing. Dang nabbit. Well, not too horrible, but horrible. Okay, we're gonna restart. But yeah, maybe it was just like being around writers for so long, you kind of hear, I don't want to say lies, but we tell ourselves like, oh, we're gonna be the next Stephen King, we're gonna be the next George R.R. Martin, we're gonna be the next like Joyce Carol Oates. You know, we always tell ourselves that. Or, you know, for the poet side, we're gonna be the next Emily Dickinson, Shakespeare, whoever. And we're usually not. And like they think, I don't remember the statistic exactly, but I think like 80% of people, at least 80% I think they have a book in them. They honestly think that, come on, touch. No touching, okay. They honestly think they have a book in them, and some people do, but not 80%, obviously. So I think that's kind of where it ends or goes. Is like you hear so many people like, oh, once I retire, I'm writing this book, or once my kids are out of the house, I'm writing this book, or just, yeah, I'm gonna totally get this on the New York Times bestseller list. And obviously, like, not many people actually manage to even write a book, much less publish it and whatnot. So maybe he was just tired of hearing lies. I have no idea. But I felt really in that moment like he was like shocked, and not in a good way, and the way he tried to cover it up made me feel kind of gross. Like he tried to like smother over his shock. And between that and the post where on Facebook where he's like, we want to cater in this like Hickwater town, he didn't say that part, but like where they want to cater to like higher ups, financially and stuff like that, and how basically he didn't want to run a charity, and how doing like certain things as a charity, it was just not a good post. I didn't like it. I felt like it was very condescending at points, the way he used the term charity, the way he referred to like the old method of whatever. It was not cool for me. Anyway, maybe I'm misconstruing it, but I very much don't think so. So I have to think really hard about whether or not I want my book in his bookstore. But the way he looked at me when I said that I was actually getting it published, my baby brother and I were talking today, and my baby brother's like, do it, have it in there. I said, you know, part of me is a petty ruckspin, right? And part of me is like, oh, I didn't mean to go that far, whoops. Part of me is like, you know what, you didn't believe me, I should have my book in your store, so you have to walk past it, like, every day. You have to see my damn book, you know? Just, I don't know. That's probably a horrible reason to, like, get in bed with someone, but financially or, you know, business-wise, so to speak. But, yeah. I thought about that. Like, him having to see my damn book every time he, like, walked through a store. It's kind of tempting, not gonna lie. To be like, oh yeah, mister, well, here that is, you know. I don't know. But anyway, husband and I have been watching more of, like, MASH, Muscles and Magic. I think we're a little over halfway now. Still liking the show. It's not as funny to me as it is to husband, but I like it. I like how he gets out of situations, or why he does what he does. Like, I don't understand how people who are, like, running the magic school don't see how some of the kids are, like, basically trying to kill each other. Like, I know some of them are corrupt and they just let the kids do whatever, but it's like some of these kids are really trying to kill each other, and it's like, you would think that would be bad for business, right? I don't know. But anyway, it's still a good show, and apparently the next season is coming out in January, maybe? Husband said, I think, so I will be up for that when it comes out. I don't know what we're gonna try next. We do have One Piece on the list, but oh, please touch, please. I beg you to touch. I touched. Okay, that's not a watermelon though, is it? No. I got a watermelon once in this game, I thought, and then never again. You know how it is. And like I said, the physics in this game are interesting. But yeah, we have one about like a 38-year-old gamer or something that gets like transported, 37, whatever, to a video game land or something. I don't know. So we might check that one out. And that would be pretty cool. I love a good isekai. Isekai, whatever. I never remember how to pronounce the end of that, but it's my favorite, so I should. Alright. A lot of people here are already getting ready for Christmas. I'm like, please God, no. Like the shopkeepers. I understand why the shopkeepers want it to be Christmas. You get people in a festive mood and they are parting with their money like they're at fucking Las Vegas. So I get why they're like, yes, 'tis the season, give me your fucking money. So I get that. I mean, like I said, capitalism, am I right though? And I kind of approve of, you know, using whatever, as long as it's legal and safe too. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not ready yet. And I don't like when people, like, get rid of Thanksgiving. Even if, like, you know, in my family, my mom used Thanksgiving as the dress rehearsal for Christmas. And I mean that in the most strict way possible. Like, we would have, like, 18 pies made. And for Christmas, we would do cookies and candy, but the 18 pies were still, like, for Thanksgiving. And even though we had pie instead of cookies and candy, and we did not get presents for Thanksgiving, it was still pretty much the same fucking thing otherwise. we would have our decorations up, we would have our music going. Mom started Christmas music in September, actually. And we shared a room when I was growing up because, you know, poor as fuck. So I know how to sing "O Come All Ye Faithful" in Latin, because she would fucking play the Bing Crosby CD every night from September onward. And he has a version on his CD where he's like, "Adeste Fide," and I'm like, okay, fuck that, I know how to do it now. And yeah, that's daily ranking, but overall ranking, hey, I still got the best score, I guess. But I didn't get a watermelon. I'm still looking for my, I can prove to you that I've grown a watermelon, and it's probably never gonna happen. But yeah, I really did like this game. At first, husband was showing me and he's like, you know, this game is pretty popular. And I'm like, yeah, it looks okay. Like, at the time it was all in Japanese, and my brain is like, I'm too stupid to figure out anything that's not in English, even if it has really simple controls. So I like try not to get involved with anything that's not in English, if only for the sake of me being, you know, dumb. So I was like, no, we don't really have to do that. And then he's like, okay, but I want it. So then he bought it, and then I really ended up liking it. And he's like, I told you. And I'm like, yeah, you did. Because I like puzzle games, and I don't really play puzzle games much on stream, because I think I'm not a cozy streamer. Like, I mean, I could put you to sleep because I ramble, sure, but that's not cozy, you know? Cozy is nice and sweet and like chillaxing vibes, and I am not a chillax person. I'm a chatty whatever person. I'm also not high energy. I kind of exist in this liminal space, this weird twilight in between, you know? And that's okay, but it makes it harder for me to like know what to play. And people who come to my stream, the few of you I'm so fucking grateful for, you would not believe. And the people who watch often are like, you know what, Toluca, just play what you want. Just like enjoy and play what you want. And I'm like, I would love to, and I do a lot of it, but for the most part, I'm like, it still has to be entertaining for all of you. You know, I've explained this a lot, but I haven't said it in a while, so I will say it again. When you give someone your time, that's a moment of your time you can't get back. If you give someone $5, you can get another $5. And you can say, well, I can, you know, get a different 5 minutes. But the thing is, time is the most finite thing you have. It's more finite than, you know, it dwindles faster than money, trust me. And as you get older, the faster it goes, as the old people are telling you. The old people are right, you know. I am still somewhere just past Easter in everything I do. Mentally, I'm still just past Easter. And yeah, that means I'm not here. As far as like mentally, my brain is like, no, 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 we're still just taking down the Easter decorations. It's not almost time to put up the Christmas ones, but it is. The days go slow, the years go fast. Trust me, it's like being on a demented little carousel when you watch time go by. You know, and that's the thing, when we were young, like a year lasted forever, right? And now, like a year of child time was like a decade for me now, like, if not, you know, longer than that. One of the things about today's meeting I found interesting was the person who ran the meeting actually said, oh, like, who is, where did you self-publish through my book? And I'm like, I didn't. And I don't think like a lot of people realize that, because I think I'm one of the only people in my group who does not self-publish at this point in time, and I think it kind of shocks. Oh, come on, did you see them touching but not touching? This is like a Victorian era like soiree. Okay, there we go. Like, my god, man, just give her some action already. So yeah, they found it a little bit surprising that I'm in the group and I'm not self-pubbing. And I understand that, especially poetry, like, it is so difficult to, you know, find a publisher interested in poetry if it's not a tiny publisher, which mine is. And the reason for that is because poetry does not make money. Even though you could argue neither does a lot of other stuff, because when the Simon & Schuster Penguin Random merger was going to happen, and then the court stopped it, and Simon & Schuster was actually bought out by like a financial group that's going to run it into the goddamn ground. It's really sad. But I could understand why, like, Hatchet and stuff, or Hachette, however you want to pronounce that, doesn't want, you know, Simon & Schuster to merge with Penguin Random, because Penguin Random is already doing a lot of munching and crunching on all the other... But anyway, I digress. They actually admitted, like, only so much of their shit is... Come on, touch, 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 touch. Oh, God. Yes, keep going. Oh, damn. It won't touch. It won't settle. We all need to settle. Come on. Okay, that did something, I guess. I'm just hoping that if I put more in, it'll bump it down. Come on. Turn machinations. And now I can't mash my strawberries together. Son of a beanbag. Oh, that kind of worked. Wasn't exactly what I wanted, but I'll take it. But yeah, the Simon & Schuster thing, they had to admit, they not only don't know what works in publishing, like, they're all just guessing like everybody else out here, but like so many of their books don't even sell like more than less than 50 copies. I thought it was 12, but I need to look at the tweet again, because I found the tweet recently and I wanted to make a video about it, but it's like old news in the writing community. But I think people need to hear it again, because people think the minute you get your first book published, especially if it's by one of the big 5, well, soon to be 4, in one way or another, that you are going to be on easy street. And I know people that have published about 4 books and there is no easy street, like none, no easy street at all, you know. And it's because you don't get a lot of play. Like, they're not sending like a person who's never been tried on book tours before. They're not putting you in every bookstore in the country necessarily. And the shelf life for a book is, you need to be touching, god dang it. The shelf life for a book is actually not very good. Like, poetry actually has a longer shelf life, surprisingly. But fiction, it goes by so freaking fast that if you don't get like a good amount of sales in like the first 6 months, you're swept off the shelf. And if you're not on shelves, it's harder for people to find you, and so on, and rats. I didn't even fucking, I lasted so long, and I didn't even fucking get anywhere with that. I think this will be the last round I do. But yeah, you might see more puzzle games for my stuff like this. Although I know what the next video is gonna be. The final wave of Mario Kart DLC is actually coming out, so that's what it's gonna entail, is husband and I going through the tracks and the characters. Like, I don't know how I feel about this wave. I mean, we could have just like Rainbow Roads forever. I bashed that into that one to see if it would actually move, and it did. I need to start using these things like battering rams with each other. You know? There we go. That didn't work. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. We'll see. We'll see. I wonder what would happen if you got an all fucking clear in this game. I don't think it can happen, but let's say all fucking watermelons. That would be basically the all clear. How many watermelons have you seen someone do? Because I struggled to make 1 watermelon. Like, I try so hard to be Melanie, and then it's like, no, you're Toluca, you're not Melanie. So, yeah. Doesn't quite work. Sometimes I think about rebranding, though. Not to Melanie. But I am my turtle. My turtle is me. If I were a different character, I would be the same person. I really wanted to be something else when I started this. Something not me. Excuse me. Something fun and interesting and funny and erudite. You know, all that kind of stuff. And I am smart, don't get me wrong on that one, but, you know, I wanted to be something that stood out. And I don't think I am. I think some people, I mean, if I were in person, I'd stand out, but probably for the wrong reasons. As a flesh tuber, you know. But I think as a streamer and as a turtle, I don't really stand out. I mean, my model definitely is unique. I haven't seen turtles who have stained glass shells and change for the seasons and whatnot, like those geese on an old woman's front porch where they dress up the little geese model into, or goose model into a little like uniform for every season or holiday. Have you seen those? Maybe they only do that around Wisconsin, but like some people have like little geese statues on their porch, and then like in the spring, oh god dang it, I went around the other way. In spring, they actually like put them in like little rain slickers, and in summer they put them in like an Uncle Sam hat. And I kind of like the interchangeable stuff. At one point, I bought this like silver ring for myself, and it had all these like different little beads you could put in the center. Of course, it was a turtle. And there were like 20 to 30 different colors, and you could just swap out the colors, which is perfect because it would go with any outfit then. And I love interchangeable things and customization options. I am an outright fool for those things. So if I did like get a new model or whatever, I would have to definitely have like a lot of different customization options. And I think about like just getting Toluca more shells, you know, my model. I would actually pretty much love more shells. One for like the paranormal stuff where I look maybe like a crystal ball, like with like swirling mist inside of it when I blinked or something. It would be really cool. And then like a crafting shell with like glue and stuff stuck all over it, but not glue exactly, because you know what y'all perverts would think. And probably me too, let's be real. But no, I thought about like having one with like coated in glitter and like popsicle stick stuck to it, stuff like that, you know, like an in progress type, made everything and now I look like a mesh shell. I thought about that a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna get those two things to touch, unfortunately. I haven't had really big, like, massive pop-ups during, like, combinations like some people do on here. Some people, they have, like, stuff pop up, like, and it's, like, 80 million points into the air, so... But I had to nap today after I, went out, but then I still was able to talk to my baby brother, so that was nice. My sister is gallivanting all over America right now, so my jet setter sis won't be home till like mid to late this month. And she's like, are you gonna do your book event, like the local one? Are you gonna do it when I'm gone? Because I don't want you to do it when I'm gone. And I'm like, I don't even know like the space I want to like write myself down for. I'm like, I don't even know if like, well, that was a little bit of movement, I guess. Come on, fall down. Yes, okay. But yeah, I was like, I don't even know if I want to deal with the... Oh, okay. Can I like mash you down in the middle? No, I can't, can I? Damn it to hell. Oh, wait. We got movement. Not enough. Damn it. I was hoping. So yeah, My sis is like, I hope you're not gonna do your event until I'm home. And I'm like, I don't even know, like, do I do it before Thanksgiving? Like, it would have to be like right before, and then everybody might be too busy to stop by, you know. I don't want to do that, but then if I do it too far away from the book release, will people be like, old news? Like, who's gonna go to that thing because it's old news? So, I don't know. Like, would it be old news? Would people still care after like a month or so has gone by? Especially like it's gonna be in the paper this week, or a paper this week, or whatever. So like, I don't know. I don't want it to be like, I want to strike while the iron is hot, but I don't want the iron to be in the wrong spot because people are getting ready for Thanksgiving and whatnot. Plus, I kind of want my baby brother to be home from college for it. And I don't know if he can be unless I wait till like, I mean, he doesn't have that much time off for Thanksgiving. I would have to wait. Oh God, it's right there. Come on. I would have to wait until like his winter break, which would be okay. Theoretically, they're not going to move. Damn it. Okay, come on, come on. Oh, damn it. Of course, of course. Nope. I screwed me again. Which is fine, I guess. Can I push you down? No. Nope. Okay. And I didn't even score that time. Alright, well, that's kind of what's been going on with me, and I will see you next week for, it's Monday, I think is gonna be Sea of Stars. Oh yes, I think, because that was the one I haven't done most last time. And then Tuesday is gonna be One Punch Dead Island, and then Thursday, if all goes well, I think I'm on Otter's channel for his outer space stuff, so because he's having his anniversary event. So I will see you all probably on Monday. I hope you take care of yourselves and be good to you, okay? Because you're important. Bye.